There is little success where there is little laughter. Concentration is my motto, first honesty, then industry, then concentration. The first man gets the oyster, the second man gets the shell. You cannot push anyone up a ladder unless he be willing to climb a little himself. I would as soon leave my son a curse as the almighty dollar. Do your duty and a little more and the future will take care of itself. You must capture and keep the heart of the original and supremely able man before his brain can do its best. Immense power is acquired by assuring yourself in your secret reveries that you were born to control affairs. No person will make a great business who wants to do it all himself or get all the credit. Surplus wealth is a sacred trust which its possessor is bound to administer in his lifetime for the good of the community. No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself or get all the credit for doing it. Whatever I engage in, I must push inordinately. The average person puts only 25% of his energy and ability into his work. The world takes off its hat to those who put in more than 50% of their capacity, and stands on its head for those few and far between souls who devote 100%. Concentrate your energies, your thoughts and your capital. The wise man puts all his eggs in one basket and watches the basket. He that cannot reason is a fool. He that will not is a bigot. He that dare not is a slave. Think of yourself as on the threshold of unparalleled success. A whole, clear, glorious life lies before you. Achieve. Achieve. The way to become rich is to put all your eggs in one basket and then watch that basket. Do not look for approval except for the consciousness of doing your best. As I grow older, I pay less attention to what men say. I just watch what they do. I shall argue that strong men, conversely, know when to compromise and that all principles can be compromised to serve a greater principle. All honor's wounds are self-inflicted. Every act you have ever performed since the day you were born was performed because you wanted something. The men who have succeeded are men who have chosen one line and stuck to it. People who are unable to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents. Aim for the highest. I resolved to stop accumulating and begin the infinitely more serious and difficult task of wise distribution. The man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled. There is no class so pitiably wretched as that which possesses money and nothing else. Mr. Morgan buys his partners, I grow my own. The morality of compromise sounds contradictory. Compromise is usually a sign of weakness, or an admission of defeat. Strong men don't compromise, it is said, and principles should never be compromised. And while the law of competition may be sometimes hard for the individual, it is best for the race, because it ensures the survival of the fittest in every department. The best time to expand is when no one else dares to take risks. The man who dies rich, dies disgraced. One great cause of failure of young men in business is lack of concentration. The day is not far distant when the man who dies leaving behind him millions of available wealth, which was free for him to administer during life, will pass away unwept, unhonored, and unsung, no matter to what uses he leave the dross which he cannot take with him. Of such as these the public verdict will then be, the man who dies thus rich dies disgraced. Such, in my opinion, is the true gospel concerning wealth, obedience to which is destined some day to solve the problem of the rich and the poor. No man becomes rich unless he enriches others. Show me a man of average ability but extraordinary desire and I'll show you a winner every time. The older I get, the less I listen to what people say and the more I look at what they do. There are two types of people who never achieve very much in their lifetimes. One is the person who won't do what he or she is told to do, and the other is the person who does no more than he or she is told to do. Young man, make your name worth something. 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. More money has been made in real estate than in all industrial investments combined. The wise young man or wage earner of today invests his money in real estate. If you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. The sole purpose of being rich is to give away money. Wealth is not to feed our egos but to feed the hungry and to help people help themselves. A man's reading program should be as carefully planned as his daily diet, for that too is food, without which he cannot grow mentally. I am no longer cursed by poverty because I took possession of my own mind, and that mind has yielded me every material thing I want, and much more than I need. But this power of mind is a universal one, available to the humblest person as it is to the greatest. Be king in your dreams. Make your vow that you will reach that position, with untarnished reputation, and make no other vow to distract your attention. Anything in life worth having is worth working for. While the law of competition may be sometimes hard for the individual, it is best for the race, because it ensures the survival of the fittest in every department. We accept and welcome, therefore, as conditions to which we must accommodate ourselves, great inequality of environment, the concentration of business, industrial and commercial, in the hands of a few, and the law of competition between these, as being not only beneficial, but essential for the future progress of the race. Every man gravitates to where he belongs in life, just as surely as water seeks and finds its level. His position is measured precisely by the quality and quantity of the service he renders, plus the mental attitude with which he relates himself to other people. The greatest astonishment of my life was the discovery that the man who does the work is not the man who gets rich. There is a power under your control that is greater than poverty, greater than the lack of education, greater than all your fears and superstitions combined. It is the power to take possession of your own mind and direct it to whatever ends you may desire. The first thing to do about an obstacle is simply to stand up to it and not complain about it or whine under it but forthrightly attack it. Stand up to your obstacles and do something about them. You will find that they haven't half the strength you think they have. Just stand up to it, that's all, and don't give way under it, and it will finally break. You will break it. Something has to break and it won't be you, it will be the obstacle.